Hello and welcome to the Flower of the Magic Fern YouTube video channel. My name is Tania, I'm emotional intelligence and mindset coach and the soulful creator of the Flower of the Magic Fern, very first ever Ukrainian Tarot deck. And as always, on the full moon, we will be diving deep into the energies of the collective. On demand, we will be talking again about 3 topics: financial abundance, love relationships, and we will be looking into the possibilities of the next 6 months. As you know, we just had the summer solstice, so it actually marked the 6 months. And some people actually say that it's better to make a decision, and in some traditions, people actually make new decisions and resolutions not on the New Year's Eve, but on the summer solstice. Now, let's dive deep into the love relationships. This is always something fascinating, right? So many faces to this, so many different colors, so many vibrations, so much music, so much passion. Like really what's coming to me is like lots of passion in the collective. Okay, so we will be diving deep. It's actually will be love relationship. So either that's your official or not official partner. Maybe this is someone who you think you're in relationships and they like maybe not even know about this, right? Lots of times we actually build the stories in our heads. So as always, we will have 3 cards which will represent the strengths in your relationships. And then this side on the right, it's going to be weaknesses. Officially, that's the official name in the tarot spread. And I like to call them areas of improvement. Because you know what? If you look into the weaknesses and then you understand how to move through it, learn the lesson, voila, you improved it. Okay, let's dive deep. Ooh, getting chills. Whew. Right away. 4 of air. Okay, lots of thinking. 6 of air. Even more thinking and more sadness. And Page of air. Okay, how come this is the love reading if we have all of the air? So again, I always will be saying this, and that's okay. So in shamanic wheel, the air sits on the direction of the north. This is our intelligence, this is our mind, this is our thoughts. And you know what? When we are in relationships, thoughts are great, mind is amazing, and only the heart knows what to do. So already I can tell that your love relationship has lots of thinking, not lots of feeling. And not only there are lots of thinking, there are lots of heavy thoughts that causes you heavy emotions. And I wish this would be here, you know, because then we would be talking how to improve it. But this is actually on this side. So there are lots of feeling of loss and dishonor. And I'm really having a difficult time to understand what is and how this can be a strength in your couple. But let's not give up and let's look into further. I'm really curious what will be on this side. The essence of this card is that when we listen to our intuition with a clear and healthy mind, the answers we need are brought to the light. Which is exactly what I said, right? Let's not give up. Let's see what's going to be revealed on this side for us. But this card holds lots of lower frequencies in terms of that there is sadness and there is some regret in the current of relationships. Maybe ask yourself, how can I withstand difficult times while at the same time seek to move with freedom within my life? That's really interesting. And let's take a look what this 6 of air will bring us, right? This is the card which means that there no compromise was reached. And the feeling is the sadness and the grief and a hint of nostalgia. So it's, did I tap into the past relationship? Are we talking about your ex-partner at the moment? Is that where we went? Ask yourself, how can I look at difficult challenges in my life with neutrality and without personal attachment? When we remain true to our core values, then the choices we make in life are based upon principles without compromise. This is the time to leave the stormy waters and move to calm and safe space. Are you already there or just thinking about this? Because then we do have Page of air, right? And Page of air also, that's the air sign. And this card brings us back to purity and to the beginning, right? It's like the flowers, the sign that we have a flower, it actually means that yes, there will be fruit on the tree. And with this reading, the question to ask is, how do I strategically plan and map out the path which will help me to create life of purpose and meaning. The suggestion would be to expand in curiosity. I am already super curious. It feels like that's a previous or past relationships, because as I said, and like there is no coincidences, right? As I said, maybe that's the relationships where you think you have relationships and the partner has no idea. It does look like you're still sitting in the regret, and you're still sitting in the idea that these relationships will actually transpire and or be transformed. And stay curious, right? Expand in curiosity. Get involved in something new that gives you excitement. Be courageous, be smart, and intuitively pursue what feels right for you. Okay, are you excited to see this one? Messenger of Earth, 7 of Water. We're gonna talk about this in a second. And 9 of Air. Oh my goodness. Okay, so clearly, it's interesting that now they are this way, right? So clearly, with 7 of Water, that's a stage of dreaming, of weaving dreams into the reality. That's a stage of being very light and joyful, and at the same time, what it means is that you still do not see the full picture, and you still do not see the end result, which means it's completely fine. This is just the current state where you are. It looks like you're dreaming a lot, and you're still in that sadness-ish energy. What is called upon is to actually communicate more. And we're going back to the 9 of Air again. And with 9 of Air, this is a call to face. This is honoring your roots, and also that's calling in what you want for yourself and your community. So this card is asking for you to not be sitting in the regrets and not be holding anything back. If that's what's happening, and maybe maybe you're not in relationships anymore, this is the time for you to step outside and start talking about this, and maybe ask yourself, how can I shift from loneliness to togetherness? Support plays a huge role when are we going through transformations, and even if the relationship is at the end or at the beginning, support is very, very important. The essence of this card is that when we deeply respect and cherish our ancestors' rights and customs, we pass on their wisdom through us to our lineage. This card is asking you to go back to the roots, go back to the family, go back to the community. See how that can support you. There's so much wisdom in you already, coded in your DNA, embodied in you, imprinted in you, in your blood. And this is the support that is currently very, very much needed. And also, we have a messenger of Earth. And Earth talks about prosperity, wealth, abundance, material manifestations. And at this moment, it looks like this is something that actually helps you to move through this time in your life. And this is the one that talks about the energy of rebirth and transformation, and also prophecy. This is the energy of healing and nurturing. I'm inviting you to listen with all your senses, both physical and psychic, to the messages you receive from the world around you. Because when we are aligned, determined and dedicated, our effort over time proves to be prosperous and rewarding. I'm both honored to give you this reading, as well as humbled. I feel like I want to hold your hand. I really want to tell you, I'm actually will. Hold my hand, look into me, look into my eyes, and listen, you got this. This is just a chapter in your life. You got this. Be gentle to yourself. Go slow. Ask for support. Lean to the community. You got this. Lots of you asking questions like, what are the winning numbers for lottery? Or when will I win my jackpot? Or how do I build the wealth and prosperity? I always suggest to actually flip the question and ask something in terms of, show me a better way. Or for example, is this something that will bring me prosperity and abundance to my life? It's always really good to be mindful about the question that we ask, because tarot cards, the reading of tarot cards, it's not actually the 100% prediction of the future. This is us tapping into the energies and looking into the possibilities based on current frequencies. And then as humans, we always have a free will and choice. So if based on the current reading, you like the outcome, this is hooray, yes, keep doing what you're doing. If right now you will know your inner and outer circle of what the influences to your financial abundance, and then you're like, ugh, I don't like it, well, maybe make different choices. Change your frequency so then you can attract different results. Are you ready? Let's dive in. And as always, the first 3 cards, that's your inner circle. This is something that you can actually influence because this is your inside vibrations and energies. And then we have the outer circle. This is your environment, this is your community, this is everything that surrounds you. That is not easy to influence. This is something to actually surrender and accept. And let's dive deep. So, financial abundance. And the very first card is already 3 of water, which talks about togetherness, enjoyment. It talks about the joyfulness and playfulness. It really feels that right now, when we build our financial abundance, we also want to remember to play. And that's very, very important, my dear friend. Ooh, here you go. Don't be scared. This is the test, but also it's the end of the cycle. So let's take a look. Maybe that's the end of the cycle of the poverty, or maybe that's the end of the cycle of being in debt, or what's not. So stay tuned. And 5 of water. So we already have two waters here. And waters, you remember always on the shamanic wheel, water sits on the south, it's the direction of south, and that's actually our emotions. And emotions, that's energy in motion. Never ever suppress any of the emotions and always stay in tune, because sometimes you do look for, full moon YouTube reading, and sometimes all you need is to actually close your eyes, tune in, and feel into what's your energy inside of you, what emotion sensation you have in your body, because that can be a clue or an answer to your question. So looking based on so your inner circle for the influence for the financial abundance, super, super easy. That's the end of the cycle. Whatever you were doing, you should stop it. Well, you should. There's no shoulds, but you could, right? There is the end to the cycle, and there is a really, really bright future in front of you, because with 3 of water asking for more joyfulness, for more freedom, for more togetherness and celebration, and with 5 of water, that's actually the card that asking, it's like your spirit wants to be so free. Your spirit is asking, hey, let's stop doing what we're doing because it does not bring me any happiness at all, anything at all. Yeah, and the feeling of the card of the 5 of water is freedom, expression, innovation. It looks like your spirit wants to bring something really, really new and beautiful to this earth. The question to ask yourself would be, how do I allow my true self to express without reservation? My advice would be to surrender to what is and express your sincere emotions as they arise. And that's exactly what I was talking about, right? When we allow our spirit to freely express itself, and when we do allow our emotions to be our guides, we become the current of life. And then it's so much easier to navigate and find the paths and flows and how to achieve what we want to achieve. Clearly, your spirit is asking you to stop doing what you're doing. Maybe this is the job that you're not happy with. Maybe this is the project that is just like draining you and just, takes all of the energy and very little outcome. Maybe this is the environment at your workplace. Maybe you want to change the departments, or maybe you want to change the locations. There is something to be to come to the completion before you can move in, and your spirit, your inner child, is really, really asking you to do that. Because when we freely allow our spirit to express itself, we become a part of current of life. And going back to the death card, again, please don't get scared. The question to be asked is super simple. What am I ready to let go? And what has come to the end? And let's go back to this card here, right? From the very, very beginning, when I said, hey, something in your life is asking to become complete so you can move to the next chapter or to the next level, you already knew what I'm talking about, yet you're still here, because we always look for the signier sign, we look for a different confirmation, we look for a better, maybe that's going to be a better card here. And my dear friend, that's exactly how our intuition works. Tarot cards and tarot reading, it's a spiritual tool, but the answer is already inside of you, and that's what I'm always teaching. So when I said, hey, something is about to become to the end, your spirit is asking for you to express itself fully, and in order to do that, you have to finish what you're not really enjoying. You're like, oh, I don't know. But that's the thing. The question to ask would be, what is ready to be let go? I'm inviting you to embrace the transformation, accept the inevitable, and be gentle to yourself and to the others. No one likes changes. It's not always easy, and at the same time, it's always for the best. And why I'm asking you to be gentle to yourself and to the others, it's because when we are in change and we are during the transformation, it's never easy, it's always uncomfortable. So the only thing is to embrace the change and to surrender to what is. Because when we choose the path of less resistance, everything happens with more flow, with more ease, and with more grace. So this is the message for you in terms of your financial abundance, for the things that you can influence. We're clear on this. And now let's take a look what's the outside, how that looks, and what's the environment. Oh, we have Queen of Water. That's interesting. Oh, we have Seven of Air. It's another like guessing and looking, okay. And we have Five of Fire. If you look at the video about the masculine, I call Five of Fire. That's a blacksmith, but I call him Magic Mike. If you want to know why, you have to go back to that video. And now let's look into the environment and the community and what's happening with you and who's helping you and who's not helping you. So first of all, we have Queen of Water. It looks like you have this mentor woman. She is actually really want you to be successful, and she wants you to succeed in your prosperity, in your plans, and at the same time she is slightly overbearing. So she can come across as very compassionate, with huge great warm heart to help you, and at the same time it does not look like it actually serves you. It actually feels that she's still keeping you small, and you play small because you can always rely on her. This woman is compassionate, she's calm, she's very intuitive and devoted. She is the one who offers service and takes care of the others, and most likely she actually also has the natural healing abilities. The only question here is how to find a balance between how she cares about yourself and how you're supposed to care about your project and your financial abundance. Remember, if you're looking for financial abundance and independence, this is something to be achieved with a team, but without mother overbearing energy. I hope that makes sense. The next card here is Seven of Earth. So it feels that in your collective environment, the energy is about not knowing. So someone is already, and it's interesting how these cards came on top of each other. So it feels like your environment actually knows that this chapter of your life, this project, this workshop, this career maybe, is about to come to the end in your life, but they are still in the unknown because you did not make that call. Does it make sense? The question to be asked is, how can you trust your life and the fact that it's unfolding in the way it's written in the stars, right? So the help to maybe to your team, to your environment, maybe to your financial advisor, maybe to your workplace is that, hey, you know what? Sometimes we have to release the need to know and just to surrender to what is. As much as we really want to know what will happen and how will happen and when it will happen, our job is to still be in the present moment, because this is the only moment that exists, and this is the moment that brings us more prosperity. Most of people actually live either in regret of the past or in anxiety for the future, so they never actually in the present. And you can create your reality in the present. That's why it is a reality. Okay, and also what's happening, the environmental is that ambitions. There is lots of goals that you want to achieve, and it looks like this project that you were taking care of, or this business that you started, you put the bar super high. And at this moment, you're actually facing some obstacles and challenges. And this is not so much about the will you see the end of the project, or will this project come to its fruition? And yes, this card is teaching us that the path to ambition is not easy. There are obstacles and even setbacks. I would ask yourself a question: how do I honor and accept difficulties I came upon in my life? The option would be, look beyond your reality. This will free you to accept barriers in your life as unforeseen opportunities. Because when we are willing to open our heart to see what life challenges are blessings, they bring us nearer to manifesting opulence in this lifetime. And it's just beautiful and great. The whole financial situation, financial abundance, showing you that A, there's no need to know what's gonna be. B, the setbacks actually opportunities, right? It's like when you have the obstacle, and when you think about that this is obstacle, we want to jump, we want to go this way, we're going to go to the left, we're going to go through it, or we're going to dive deeper, dig deeper, right? But what if we understand that this obstacle is actually a portal? And then if we understand that this is a portal and this is the opportunity for us to learn and to evolve, it just dissolves. And that's it. Voila! I hope this helps and brings more clarity and maybe some even more joy to your heart. It's summer. This is the time to enjoy, to nourish yourself more, you know, because only when you are nourished, you can create and you can explore, and then more ideas and more creativity and more energy will flow through. Okay, so now it's a time to shift to the next 6 months. I will be using the Celtic Cross spread because that one is actually showing us the situation, the obstacle, the past and the near future, as well as conscious and subconscious. And then we will be able to tap into hopes and fears and all of the energies and most likely outcome. I'm excited. Ooh. So the first card that is jumping on me is already Five of Earth. You know what? Sometimes I like to open them, and sometimes they are asking to stay face down. So, okay, then I'm gonna show it to you. So that's what you actually see, right? So now you can actually see we have conscious mind here, we have subconscious here. This is the situation, this is the obstacle. We have the past frequencies, what had caused us to be here. We have the very near future, and then we do have the suggested approach, environment, hopes and fears, and the outcome. Let's dive deep. Okay, so this situation, you are on fire. So in the next 6 months, this is what's happening. So there will be lots of joy in doing what you actually really like to be doing. Okay, it's like you're going back to the roots, you're going back to the family. Now you actually remember that, oh my goodness, this what actually brought me so much joy when I was a kid. I really want to do this, and this is the frequency that brings and attracts even more and more abundance. And at the same time, this card is asking to pause and take account of the gifts and blessings, many of which may be unseen to you. This already talks about that there are some overlooked treasures. There is illusion of lack already. I'm curious because we are looking into the next 6 months, and this is the energy you're holding on right now. It's like you enjoying what you're doing, but also it brings you that illusion of the lack. So it's, you know, quite often when we want to do what our soul calling is, that might not be something, you know, that brings a financial award right away, and then our mind, our ego start talking to us and saying like, hey, maybe, you know, get a job, go 9 till 5, do something different. So just wait. Oh, the obstacle. And the obstacle is 10 of Earth. We're already talking about the Earth. This is the prediction for the next 6 months. So this is the card that always teaches us that when we celebrate what has been created through us, we know that the energy we put out will return back tenfold, right? So this card is, even though it says as the obstacle, it's just because you never reflect on your failures and successes. Make sure to honor and celebrate the experience of it all. The question to be asked is, what spiritual harvest will you collect at the end of your life? At this moment, it looks like there are lots of regrets, even though it's joyful, yet still you don't believe that whatever you're doing can actually bring you financial abundance. This is a moment to pause, okay? Let's take a moment to pause and let's take a look what is our conscious talking to us. Whew. Okay, so in conscious mind, we do have the energy of you feel threatened, okay? Again, I clearly see the picture. You feel threatened, and your ego, your mind is actually proving you like, hey, someone wants to interfere with what you're doing. And this is neither good nor bad, you know, everything is neutral. And what I would highly suggest and recommend is to set up daily protective and healing rituals. Infuse your life with that understanding and faith that universe, your spirit guides, your angels, your power animals, your medicine plants are actually taking care of you and helping you to move through life with ease and grace. Okay, let's take a look on the subconscious. Subconscious, again, 7 of fire. Subconscious is all talking about, hey, let's jump high, let's achieve what we want, let's move, let's take in action. Like your subconscious wants to move and wants to move forward, and actually subconscious does believe, so it's actually really, really good. And yet your brain, your ego is stopping you. There are some fear. Your subconscious is asking you what is possible if I'm willing to commit with absolute faith and trust. The recommendation would be to illuminate your inner light and follow the path that is lit up before you. And without further ado, we will be going into what was happening just before this. So we have a Queen of Air, and Queen of Air, this is the woman 35 plus. She's highly intelligent. She's super smart. She's a great a mentor. She's teaching you a lot. And that's how you get into this situation. We will look what and how it will play out. I don't sense any negative energy from it, so it doesn't mean that she is in the past, but she brought you to this situation and the very near future. And oh my God, this is Hierophant. It feels like you are about to get a great and huge and powerful mentor. This is the teacher. This is even a healer. This can be even a shaman who's going to come to you and actually help you to reduce the fear. And probably she is the one to help you to navigate this situation here in your mind. It feels like, and what I see for you is that, you know, as she comes, it's either going to be a ceremony or it's going to be a, it's not a retreat, it's more so one-on-one session where and when she will retrieve and take all of the negative entities, and it's like energies that can be in your conscious mind right now. She is super powerful, and I'm excited that she's coming. Okay, I'm excited that she's coming. Please, when she comes to you, open your heart. She's very peaceful. She's healthy, divine, feminine. She's deeply rooted with ancestors and magic. She is coming to you, and she will be your teacher and your healer who will help you to evolve and unlock your powers. The question to ask yourself would be, how do I honor the blood in me that carries the wisdom and healing powers as well from my mother, grandmother, and all generations from this lifetime and all lifetimes? So what this card is bringing you, that, you know, this powerful woman will help. She's like a medicine woman. She will come and help you. And then the invitation is for you to tap into your own powers, into your own ancestry, into your own lineage, so then you can be a healer for yourself, so then you can lead yourself, then you can hold yourself when it's important and really needed. Wow, it's interesting. We have Queen, we have Bread Maker, we have Witch, and we have Hierophant. There are lots of feminine energy coming in, and when we have lots of feminine energy, we will be asking for the masculine to come and hold the structure, right? It's like, you know, masculine is like those mountains that can hold the river, so it stays within the banks. Okay, so suggested approach. The moon, here we go. This is the masculine, right? And I know most of the countries moon is the feminine. In Ukrainian Tarot deck, Flower of the Magic Fern, and in my own ancestry, moon holds the masculine energy. And interestingly enough, no coincidences, right? Only synchronicities. I promise I didn't flip this one if you think I didn't. I'm sure you know I didn't, but I don't know. I just I wanted to say that. We want to invite not only more masculine, but we want to illuminate. We want to illuminate our path, and at the same time, we do understand that there are lots of illusion at the moment. So, suggested approach would be to wait. Be patient and allow grace to guide you as you make time to map out the actions, plans, and projects so it is supporting to your dreams. Ask yourself, how can I align myself to be in rhythm with a greater flow of life? Right now, you're sitting in the feeling of guessing and illusion and not seeing the things as they are. It's like darkness. But when we rush through the process, we might not have the best outcome possible, as not all of the details are illuminated at the beginning. And And that's why we're talking about this is time to wait. It doesn't mean you have to throw a towel or, drop the ball. No, just wait, because there are more details yet to come. What will be happening with you? How you will be achieving your financial abundance? Who is this mentor, teacher, shaman, and medicine woman? Just wait. It's all about to come. And again, this is for the next 6 months, right? So we're talking about from June 21st to December 21st. Okay, the next one is environment. Okay, so the environment, we still have lots of sadness. Interestingly enough, we had sadness in love relationships, and now here again we have the sadness. And together with the moon, this card would suggest to release and let go. The act of liberation and freeing yourself is highly recommended at this time. It feels like sadness, like grief, like emotional pain, like broken heart and loneliness. And the question to ask yourself would be, how do you allow yourself to move even through the periods of life where you don't feel, super cheerful, super happy, or super joyful? What's happening and why it's happening, and how can we surrender to the flow of life and just be? It's interesting because the environment asking you to slow down, release, and just be. And with the Three of Year being on you in the moment of your environment, again, it's asking you to release and let go. Okay, hopes and fears. And have you ever asked yourself, why do we have hopes and fears on the same position in the tarot spread? Because that's your perception, right? If you really want something to happen, then it's your hope. If you're really scared of something to be happen, that's the fear. So then, my dear friend, it's only up on you what you're going to make of it and what energy you will be bringing. Sometimes we say, oh, I'm so anxious about this happening. And so at the same time, we can say, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this to come. And without further ado, so the hopes and fears, this is Six of Earths. There is no doubt that, once you surrender and let go and just wait for all of the details to come through, sometime November, it feels like November, there will be new program you will be taking, maybe actually with this shaman healer, that will allow you to up-level your skill and your will and your life. This situation will bring you strength and resilience and knowledge, and that's a powerful combination of wise rulership and generosity. At that time, sometime again around November, at that moment you can ask yourself, how can I openly come forward and seek guidance and assistance without fear of seemingly weak or powerless? At that moment, be willing to ask for help. That's okay to say, hey, I need help and support. It doesn't mean you're weak. It actually means that you're super courageous because A, you are moving towards your goals and you want to achieve your dreams, and B, you clearly understand who you are and where you are. And when we know that, okay, this is the area of improvement, it's great to ask for support rather than to hide. Because trust me, hiding is not helping at all. And now, are you excited to see most likely outcome? I am. I'm gonna show it to you first. What is there? Oh, High Priestess! Yay! Yeah. Oh my God, this is like the best. This is the best. So, okay, I'll tell you why this is the best. You know why this is the best, right? Okay, good. Because I'm gonna show it to you again. This is where we started. Bread making, right? Lots of joy, a craftsmanship, and yet the illusion of lack. Then we do have this teacher here that are coming in the near future, right, to help us. Then, yes, we do have to wait. We'll have to surrender, release, and let go. And then we're gonna go and learn something new, right? Right. And then, and then this is the most likely outcome. This is the High Priestess in Ukrainian spiritual heritage. This is the 𝓕𝓾𝓵𝓵. The feeling of this card is, I am light and love, and I provide safety and protection. This is very quiet magic, connection, and tenacity. Trust your intuition. Your heart knows all of the answers. Stop and listen. That's all we need to do. This card is your, in any tarot reading, there could be something like warranty. This is the warranty that despite the obstacles, despite the setbacks, despite the witch, despite that illusion of lack, despite that not all of the details are eliminated, this is the most likely outcome. Believe in yourself. Trust your intuition. move with ease and grace, and then you will be able to achieve everything. Your dreams will come true. You will, I'm seeing you December 21st sitting in deep gratitude towards everything that you have done for the past 6 months, which actually just started June 21st. My dear friend, I'm celebrating you. I know this reading started like, oh, what's happening? And now it's like, oh, this is so magical. And that's exactly how it is in our life, right? As humans, we really want to predict and to know and to plan and map out. And sometimes our job is, again, to be in the present moment so that we can create. The essence of this card is that when we are united with kindness and love, there is ease in preserving connection to all of life. Whew. I'm deeply honored for you to be here, and I'm super grateful and excited to see you next time. Remember to subscribe to this channel, click notification button, and comment below if this was of any help. Also, you know what? You can actually ask for the next full moon reading theme. We always will be going into the financial abundance and relationships, but you do have the option to choose the third topic. While I have your attention, I just wanted to let you know that I will never reach out to you to offer you a reading. The only way to get a booking with me is I have to actually go to my website. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing you joyful, restful, and nourishing moments in your life. Until next time I'll see you, stay magical. Beautiful, because that's exactly what I just, and that's exactly and when and why and why and that they can if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your moment, because this is